A couple days ago, you guys asked me to showcase my build to you guys because you was really curious to see what I'm running. Because with this particular build, I'm able to solo heroic control points and solo heroic missions, and also do heroic missions with friends. And I love the way this build performs. It works really good, revolves around my playstyle. So I put a video together to showcase it to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and also drop those comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. So before we get started in the build, guys, I am using the Demolition Specialist. This is very unique. I like this when farming because you got the grenade launcher and you got crowd control with that. You can just spam them and clean out an entire room really quickly on heroics or legendary. Probably not clean them out, but you will stagger them enough to make them slow down so you don't get rushed. So also you got increased burn resistance by 20%, which is useful from time to time so you don't completely burn out. You also got group member gain 5% damage to targets out of cover. You also have no explosions, can only trigger once every 60 seconds. And then you also get crisis response to when armor is reduced to 0, refills all main weapon ammo. So it comes in handy from time to time when ADSing, just to let you guys know. Even though you can't really ADS too much when you're in heroics, just to let you guys know. So from there, we're gonna go into the build. So many people have been asking me what build am I running, what I'm using, because it looks nice to them, they like it, and I'm gonna show you guys what I've been using. So you would notice right off back I'm not using glass cannon whatsoever. I like using glass cannon from time to time, but I feel like it's very situational because I do not like taking 60% damage from NPCs or players. Like, that is problematic. So as you guys would notice, I am using the Pestilence and Baker Dozen. I'm using these two weapons right here. I use the Pestilence majority of the time, which is very helpful for crowd control and very helpful from spreading that plague of the outcast. I really like the way this feels in this patch, just to let you guys know. And I'm using the Baker Dozen, which is the classic M1A, but the name version of it, which has perfect lucky shot and pretty good rolls on it, as you can see. Not max all the way, but really good, and it comes in handy too. I'm hitting really hard, as you guys can see. And those of you guys that watched today's broadcast, you saw that it does good. So I'm using the Coyote mask, but when I'm not using the Coyote mask, depending on what group I'm in, I'm using my Y'all mask. I'm going to show you what my Y'all mask has on it. The reason I like my Y'all mask is, which is the Hollow Man mask, it comes with 21% damage to health, which is very useful. So if we have somebody in the group that's running the Coyote mask, then I'll use my Hollow Man mask to get that extra 21% damage to health when I knock their armor off, which is great. So, and then, like I said, with the Coyote mask, I did not get God rolls with that. But let's get into the chest plate. So for the chest plate, I am running Trauma, a Cheska, which gives you, one piece gives you the 10% crit hit chance, and then the second piece gives you has protection, which is additional 10%. Now, I would love for my Cheska chest plate to be all reds, but unfortunately it's not, because I do run this on another build with hash protection, which I have like 60% hash protection and like 89% burn resistance and stuff like that. So I'm still trying to find another one that has more reds on it so I can roll away, so I don't have to run hash protection on the build. But it does come in handy. It helps me out a lot too, I would say. So, but this is what my setup looks like, and I'm also running Trauma since I'm using the Pestilence. Trauma comes in handy for crowd control too, to stop those rushers. You know, you can apply blind to the enemy if you hit him in the head, and the cooldown is 30 seconds, and it seems like it really doesn't last that long either. Like, you'll never notice that 30-second cooldown. Synergize together really good. So just to let you guys know, and it also applies to bleed too, but I'm not too concerned too much for the bleed, more for the blind, because it helps out. And on my holster, as you guys can see, I'm running core damage, weapon damage, of course, as even on the chest plate too, weapon damage. I'm still looking for a really good holster. You know, the repair skill comes in handy from time to time. It's more useful when I'm solo, and it's also useful too for group play. When one of my teammates is low, I have noticed that when I shot them with my chem launcher, since I got the repair skill on here, I healed them up, you know, pretty good. So for me to not have any skill tier, so the repair skill is really nice to have on a build. All right, so weapon damage, repair skill, and crit hit damage. I would prefer crit hit chance on the holster instead of repair skill, but like I said, it comes in handy from time to time. For my backpack, I am running Golden Gear backpack, just to let you know, and this is pretty good, pretty good. The Golden Gear is not bad, I would say, mainly because the ones that gives you like 10% status effect too, so which is definitely useful since I'm also applying the bleed and the blind. So I'm not too sure if it works with the pestilence. Maybe somebody can tell me if it does. I'm not too sure, but this is what we're running now. I did not want to be super squishy when doing heroics. I did not. And with the problem with the glass cannon is that you're super squishy and you're taking in so much damage. So as you see, I got a good amount of armor on the build that helps me survive a little bit longer, and I'm still using vigilance as well. So, and we also got armor regen, we got explosive resistance, and repair skill. Now I do not want the armor regen. I would prefer to have crit hit chance or crit hit damage here, but like I said, you get what you get, right? So it's not bad. It's useful, and it helps me out a lot throughout missions. And we also got max armor roll for the core attribute here. I kept that as is, and I actually found this like this too. So really stoked about it. It's useful, really useful. So for my gloves, I'm running the Contractor Gloves, which is the most important feature on these gloves is damage to health. Well, damage to armor, I mean. Sorry, you get like 11% damage to armor, which is really good. And I rolled the max crit hit damage roll on there to 12%. And unfortunately, I didn't get lucky to get max roll for weapon damage, unfortunately. So I'm still trying to find a better pair of these because I do use these gloves on 2 different builds. Like the other build, if I'm running that, like the hazard build, I'll roll away to crit hit damage and put like max hash protection there. So really useful depending on what I'm doing, just to let you know. And then for my knee pads, I'm using the Fox Prayer knee pads, which is on sale at the clan vendor right now, so make sure you guys go pick that up. You get 15% damage to targets out of cover, which is really good to have on the build because most of the NPCs are truly not into cover. So combining these two name gear pieces helps out a lot. 11% damage to armor and then 15% damage to targets out of cover. So it's really good to have, just to let you guys know. So I would love to have crit hit chance or crit hit damage at the bottom instead of skill damage because I'm not using anything that requires me to have skill damage on the build, as you can see. So I didn't get lucky to get one with 3 reds. I'm still looking for more because yeah, I bought them down at the clan vendor, just to let you guys know, but I did get lucky to find some too. In Overlord mission, I got 2 from a boss, but they did not come with 3 reds, unfortunately. They came with 2 reds and a yellow. I'm also running the kiln launcher too. It's really useful in sticky situations when I need it. I just hate that the cooldown is like 30 freaking seconds, so that kind of sucks there. And I'm running Reviver Hive. Reviver Hive is key on every build, just to let you guys know. You should have that on every build. My pistol really doesn't matter. It's just there. I rarely use it. Rarely use it. Let's go to my stats here. So you can see my stats. Like I said, I'm using the Pestilence. PvP damage really doesn't matter, but the weapon damage, as you can see, it's really good. Crit hit chance, since I'm using the Pestilence, is like 21%, which can't change that because you can't really mod or put attachments on the Pestilence because it comes as is. And crit hit damage is 61.9%. Headshot damage is there too, and 76. And let's get down here. So all weapon damage is 71, and as you can see, light machine gun damage is 37. And from watching the gameplay, like I said, the build hits. It hits. The way I balanced everything out correctly, build it around my playstyle, because I didn't want to be super squishy. I got another build that I like that's similar to this, but this is a little different. So, I do have the glass cannon build, but I don't like running it all the time because you take so much damage. But the build still hits. I still get the job done. I still push through heroics solo or in a group play. You guys watch this on screen, run through the tombs, and it was pretty nice. But this is my build. I don't want you guys to try to copy and paste what I did. Like, you don't have to copy and paste my exact build. So I want you guys to build it to your play style, around how you play, because that's what I did for myself. I build it around how I play. So make sure you guys do that. Never try to copy and paste somebody's build unless you just don't feel it. Unless you really like it, then definitely go for it. Like, I don't mind. So it's a really unique build. that doesn't revolve around glass cannon. So hope you guys enjoy. This is Badger signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be breezy. I'm out.